Hello. It's Mo. Hi, sleepyhead. How'd you sleep? You slept okay? I know my jacket's very creaky, isn't it? Creaky, 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 creaky. I just wanted to start your day off nice and slow and supportive. It's cold outside today, sweetheart. There's actually snow. Kind of crazy, if you ask me. Snow this time of year, but there is. It's turning to freezing rain. Freezing rain. Freezing rain. Freezing rain. So it's definitely cold outside. I was thinking maybe we could play hooky today. I don't know, I just thought it's a snow day. It's a really crappy, cold, wet, burr day. So I don't know, is that silly? A little bit. I just think, we could bundle up and put on, pajamas or onesies or whatever you feel comfortable in, sweatpants, baggy t-shirt, whatever. I got my fuzzy socks on, can you see? Yeah. It's just so cold. What's funny is I almost turned the heat off 2 days ago. Yeah, it was warm, wasn't it? So warm. Just 2 short days ago, I was wearing a dress. And, as I laid on the couch last night, you were already in bed, but I was thinking to myself it was quite cold in the house, and I'm really glad that I hadn't turned off the heat, but I had no idea, none whatsoever, that it was snowing. And it might not have been at that time, but it's definitely snowed. A little bit of dusting. Do you like that sound? The creaky, creaky, creaky little sound of my leather jacket. You've seen it before, I think, haven't you? I feel like you have. Yeah, you've seen it. Well, it was cold, and I woke up thinking that I was going to, get ready for the day and run some errands and all that. And then I looked outside. I made my cup of coffee, which I haven't really been drinking a whole lot of coffee. I don't know if you've noticed, but yeah, I've been trying to cut back a little bit. But today, I was up really late. I tossed and turned last night quite a bit. Did you sleep better than me? A little bit of tossing and turning too, huh? Yeah. I wish I could just have a switch. Maybe right back here. And I could just turn the old brain off. Wouldn't that be amazing? But unfortunately, I sit there and I worry about things that are going to happen in a year. Where am I going to be? What am I going to be doing? I worry about upcoming vacations. I worry about, what people think. Just all the things. I think it's a very human condition. Yeah. So I actually picked up Then There Were None, Agatha Christie's murder novel, and that actually helped take my mind from all these thought bubbles and worry bubbles, and it put it in the book, and it allowed me to refocus. Right? You look so cute. Little sleepy eyes. Do you want me to rub your head a little bit? Would that be nice? Just a little bit. So what do you think about maybe playing hooky with me? Is it too late to call in? I just think, we've got popcorn, we've got different kinds of food we can make or we can heat up. We've got some frozen things that would be really easy to just stick in the oven. You've seen my tea collection. I have a lot of tea. So yeah, we could drink some tea. I've got this really great mug that I don't have right here, but you've seen it. It's my new mug and I absolutely love it. So yeah, we could watch a movie. I could read out loud to you. I don't know if you remember, a few years ago I used to read Harry Potter out loud. Yeah, you remember that. Yeah, that was nice. I do love a good Harry Potter novel. So I could read to you as long as my voice kept up. And I am a little tired. I didn't sleep well, so if I get tired, then maybe we can watch a movie, and if I fall asleep, you won't blame me, will you? And if we're daring, we could go outside in that sleet. I have plenty of gloves. You wouldn't get cold, I promise. I've got so many gloves I can share. I promise. So, what do you think? Should I just kind of touch your face a little bit to help you wake up? When I was a little girl, my Oma and Opa, I was fortunate enough to grow up in the same city that they are living in, right? So it was 3 generations, which was really lovely. And, you know, my dad worked full-time, my mom worked part-time growing up. And then we had the help of my Oma and my Opa. So the few times we would end up spending the night over at their house, it didn't happen all that often, but it would happen. And I remember Oma would get a hot washcloth and she'd wake me up gently, you know, kind of just a little shake, and she'd have that hot washcloth and she'd lay it over my eyes, and she would just be rolled up, and it would just sit there for a minute, and then she'd undo the rest of it, and it would just sit there on my face for, it's probably seconds, but it was the most wonderful way to wake up to me until it got cold, because it did, you know, it like cools down to the air temperature, and then all of a sudden you got this cold rag on your face, and let me tell you, it got me up. I definitely would be like, okay, I'm up, let's get this thing off of my face. So I always thought that if I ever had kids, that's the way I would wake them up, but isn't that a sweet way to do it? I could have woken you up that way, I suppose. But then I also heard my mom used to tell me about this prank that they used to do when they were kids. And if you stick somebody's hand into warm water while they're sleeping, it makes them pee. I have no idea if that's true or not. But I feel like the washcloth, if it is true, could have a similar effect. So decided I probably shouldn't do that to you to wake you up. And then a nice, just soft leather rubbing on your face, and a little conversation as you lay there listening to my voice in the cars out on the street. I don't know if you remember yesterday, all the birds were singing. Not a one today. That snow's definitely got them feeling a little quiet. I think we should have a quiet, relaxing day. Couple more minutes. That's okay, sweetheart. You take your time. Mornings are tough. I know. I've never really been much of a morning person. Yeah, I work nights. I think that's why I didn't sleep last night very well, because I'm so used to working, 12-hour shifts at the hospital. So I'm a little off my rhythm today. That's okay. That's why I think playing hooky today is perfect. We can catch up and chat. I can make you some breakfast. Just a cup of coffee. Yeah, I know. Nice and black. I know. We can, that extra mattress, we could even pull that into the room, lay down the extra mattress, put a pile of blankets and pillows and pretend we're, 7 years old again making a fort. I think that's one of the joys of parenthood, right? Is you get to relive some of those childhood memories or delights or however you want to call it. So creating that pillow fort that you can watch, whatever in, or my mom used to keep all of the big boxes. Like if we got a new fridge, I do remember we got a fridge at one point, or an oven, or I don't remember what it was, some big appliance. And she kept the box, a big box, especially when you're little, right? It felt so amazing sitting in a box, just sitting in a box. And yet, you cut out a little hole, and then you got a window. Some place to just feel kind of snug. And we had a bunch of like those Nerf guns. So my sister and I would shoot each other with the Nerf guns from our boxes. We could do that. I don't have boxes big enough though, darn it. But we could have a Nerf gun. I'm trying to think where my Nerf guns are. Have you seen them lately? No. Just thought I'd ask. Well, sweetheart, we can do whatever you want, okay? Those sleepy little eyes. It's okay. You can go back to sleep too if you want, sweetheart. We don't have to get up right now. I can make a cup of coffee, or I can just as easily make some chamomile tea, and we can go back to sleep if you want. Might give me a chance to catch up on some of that sleep that I missed out on last night. Isn't it funny how most humans have a hand that is their dominant hand and a hand that's just kind of there? I have so much more control, and I can go so much faster. It's funny, isn't it? In fact, the only thing that I feel like I'm truly ambidextrous with is at the hospital. At the hospital, I have to, I don't think I've told you this before, but we have to draw blood sometimes, and it has to come out of your artery, so you've got a really strong pulse right here, your radial artery, and then you've got a brachial in your elbow. And this was a needle. You have to go in at a certain angle to get this, and you have to go up So if it's a little bit awkward to do on myself, but if this is where the artery is, you have to go at an angle and you have to go up the arm. And depending on the patient condition, if they've got an IV there, you know, there's a bunch of different reasons. Sometimes you can't draw blood on that arm, this arm, whatever. So you have to go to a different arm. And I think the only thing that I'm actually truly ambidextrous, I can do with my left hand or my right, is getting those blood draws from my patients. And I think it's because I learned with my left and my right at the same time. It was a new skill. And for whatever reason, I just did both. And so now I can do both. It's harder, I think, when you are so dominant with most things in life. You know, and you don't really get to pick up new skills that often, so I'm right-handed. We live in a right-handed dominant world. Sorry for all those lefties out there. It's okay. We need diversity, don't we? Don't we, sweetheart? Okay, honey, you tell me what you want. What is the plan, baby? Are we getting up? Are we going back to sleep? Having a mug of tea, coffee, breakfast? Yeah. Okay, that sounds nice. Welcome to the day.